Welcome to Advocate Today. I'm Aaron Dean. The man whose life story was turned into an Oscar award-winning film, The Blind Side, says it was all a lie. Or says that he thought the Tui family adopted him, but says that never happened. Instead, he says Sean and Lee and Tui tricked him into signing a conservatorship. This effectively left the family in control of his finances. He says that the family kept millions of dollars away from him. He's filing a petition in Tennessee court to end the conservatorship over him. The petition is asking the family to provide a sworn accounting of the money belonging to him that should have been paid to him. The NFL's first out gay player has not been signed to a team. Carl Nassib played last season on the Las Vegas Raiders before being released by the team in March. Many are now wondering what his next move is. Nassib wasn't picked up by any team during the NFL preseason, but Out.com reported that he's focusing on his charity tech company and the United Way of Chester County. His personal life is also on his mind, but he says that retirement in 2023 is an option. Nassib came out as gay in 2021 and has been a strong advocate for the LGBTQ plus community with rights and inclusivity in the NFL. A Southern California school district is making it mandatory for school staff to inform parents about transgender and gender nonconforming students. The Maeve DuVally Unified School District Board of Trustees passed the resolution recently. Advocates are raising concerns about the impact this policy can have on queer students. Parents say schools need to be affirming environments for young people. Just a few weeks ago in a nearby Bakersfield, a brawl broke out at a school board meeting about Pride Month. Working at Goldman Sachs is one thing, but coming out as trans while working as their corporate spokesperson is remarkable. Maeve DuVally says that she couldn't have come out as a trans woman quietly, and Maeve chronicles her journey in her new memoir, Maeve Rising, about being trans in corporate America. Maeve joined me to discuss how companies can use her experience with Goldman as a model for others. We also touched on her path to sobriety and how that's connected to her greater mission in life. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey of coming out as a transgender woman while working at a huge financial institution?
Yeah, my story's a little bit different than a lot of other transgender people. I really didn't have any conscious knowledge that I was transgender until late in 2018. And I immediately came out in my social life, but for 6 or 7 months, I wasn't comfortable coming out at Goldman Sachs. And it just had to do with the fact that I was worried that I was going to be accepted. So I led a double life for those 6 or 7 months. And then in the spring of 2019, I told Goldman that I wanted to come out. And I worked with people in our human resources department. And I had a very good experience coming out.
Well, in your memoir, Maeve Rising, you mentioned embracing your identity and transitioning while working at, like you said, at Goldman Sachs. When you talk about the support that you were given, or what was that like for you?
Yeah, so the Human Resources Department knew that I was transgender, but I told them I didn't want to come out yet. So I was essentially presenting as a male at work, and then on the way out of work, I didn't want to present as a male in my social life, so I was changing on the way out of my building. And I found this very exciting at the beginning of those 6 or 7 months, but it got very tedious towards the end because I really disliked everything male about me. And really, the good thing that Goldman Sachs did was they assigned somebody from the Human Resources Department to essentially be my relationship manager. Any issue that came up, anything that I was uncomfortable with, this person was my go-between between myself and Goldman. And this really, really helped me a lot because this person took all my needs to heart.
And, do you have any advice for others who are in corporate situations that are looking to transition as well? Or on the other side, do you have any advice for the employers?
Sure. Well, there's actually a growing number, and quite a few of us out transgender people in corporate America. And please get in touch with us. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. Just reach out to me. And there's a lot of other people like me. And we got a lot of help when we were confused and really not sure what to do. And we are certainly willing and we want to give back to the community. So please make use of us. And for employers, I recommend that they do exactly what Goldman did. They have somebody who tries to understand exactly what each person's going through, and each person's transition is different, right? And every time a company goes through a transition with an employee, they get a little bit better at helping the next person go through it. So just work the people in the company need to work very closely with the transgender person, be in touch with their needs, and really work to make the person comfortable. And if you do all that, more likely than not, the coming out experience is going to be successful.
You know, and your story highlights the importance of workplace diversity and inclusion. You know, you're a public speaker and you speak on this topic. What specific initiatives do you believe that can help foster a more inclusive environment for LGBTQ plus employees in corporate America?
Sure. First of all, I think we need more allies, and we need not just allies in name, but we need allies that are visible and vocal, because there still aren't that many of us. And we are, make no mistake about it, transgender people in this country are under siege right now. I'm fortunate enough and privileged enough to live in New York City, a place that's very welcoming of transgender people. But we all know there's a lot of places in this country that aren't. It's really a despicable situation right now. So we really need allies to help stand up for us. And allies can become better allies by just talking with us, learning about our experience, learning what we need. And as I said, being out there and being vocal.
And you know, your memoir also kind of delves into your struggles with alcoholism and addiction. How did sobriety impact your personal and professional life? And kind of what were the strategies that you used to kind of maintain your sobriety while navigating work?
I'm glad you asked that question because, you know, my book is being billed as a coming out story in corporate America, and it is. But as a person in recovery, I really see my story, my memoir. It's a recovery story, and recovery is the most essential, central fact of my life. Because without recovery, I believe I would not be alive anymore. During my last alcoholic run, I attempted suicide, and I believe that if I'm still drinking, I will succeed in killing myself. So there's no transgender, there's no me without recovery. And I believe that I used alcohol to suppress this transgender side of me. And that's why I did not really realize I was transgender till after I got sober. So for me, the two facts are intertwined. And fortunately, I have no experience drinking while consciously knowing I'm transgender, and I don't ever want to have that experience because it would taint this experience. And you know, I work with a lot of queer people in recovery from alcohol and drugs, and I want to work with more because I think there's too much drug and alcohol abuse in our community, and it's a blight on our community. And I'd like to see something done about that, and I want to play my small part in it.
Thanks for watching Advocate today. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to stream us live, and you can even subscribe on our YouTube channel. For the Advocate channel, I'm Aaron Dean.